going live. Let's just jump into it, shall we? All right. Hello, everybody. We are back with another super live episode of PinTech Live.
Super live.
Super live. I got audio going everywhere. We're a bit rusty around the edges, but there we go. Yeah. So, how are you doing, Matthew?
I'm doing well. Getting ready for Seaside Champ. So we're prepping up games and going to rotate a bunch of stuff out this weekend and beginning of next week. So there should be a nice fresh lineup. One of the games we're working on is Blackjack. I just brought it back from Captain Crazy's. Was out there for how long? It was like 6 months, like TPF.
Yep, we picked it up at TPF. That's where you bought it.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful game. We had a lot of fun on it, but I kind of returned it broken.
Minorly broken. It's fine. But yeah, I was having a fun little issue on it where the flippers don't stop working when the game ends. So you start a game, play through all 3 balls, and then drain. It finishes the game, but then the flippers still stay alive. And then I noticed when I turn the game on in attract mode, the flippers are alive. So did a little research online, and it told me found a check Q15, and sure enough, when I tested Q15, which we'll do for you, we can see that it's
Q15 is a transistor on the MPU.
No,
or on the solenoid driver board.
Solenoid driver board. So I tested it out and found that it's shorted. So I'm just believing that replacing that transistor is going to make it so the flippers work properly. Like they still work, they still flip. It's just weird when you walk up to a game that's not in a game and the flippers are alive. They should be off.
Yeah. Can you show? It? Well, I don't want to mess up the game any further, but if you can.
No, it's not going to mess it up.
Let's see if I can use my fancy camera technology.
So just switch the game on. So now we're.
Should I switch cameras? Maybe I should be on this one.
Flip it over.
No. I think maybe just move that camera out of the way for this part. And let me quickly adjust. So bright.
That's a little better.
Oh, beautiful.
So yeah, if you scroll up, you can see, scroll up, pan up.
Tilt. It's actually tilt.
Yeah, so we're in attract mode. So if you look at the back glass, we're in attract mode. So it's doing its normal attract mode thing. But if you go down to the flippers, they're live. Like we're not.
So you don't even have a game going, and the flippers.
Yeah, I haven't even hit start.
Firing.
I haven't even hit start yet, and the flippers are still alive. So we go into the back glass, or back box.
And is this like a common issue? Have you seen something like this before, where you're not in a game but the solenoids are firing?
It's funny because it's only the flippers. It's not all the solenoids. It's just the flips that are live. And I've never seen this before. So again, Google was my friend. Looking stuff up before I call
Right. So
Phil.
someone's seen it. Before you go, did you talk to Phil?
No, I
Or
didn't
we
talk
might
to him
call
about
Phil.
it.
Oh,
I might call,
we
yeah,
might do the phone a friend
my phone
who
friend.
wants to be a millionaire
Yeah.
pinball pentaclist.
Um, so to test the transistor, I put it on continuity, and then I go to the tab on the top of it, and then I go to the first pin on the bottom, and you can
Pez,
hear.
this isn't a rerun. Pez said the transistor controls the flipper active relay.
Yeah, so
Question
this
mark.
relay, I believe up in the top left is what it controls. And so what it's doing is shorted on up here. It's shorted on, so it just stays on the entire time, so it doesn't actually close. Um, but yeah, if you test all the other transistors this way, none of them are shorted. But if you go to Q15 and do it, you can hear the tone. So that guy's shorted out. So
How do you test transistors to see if they're
uh,
shorted?
put it on continuity, and then I put one lead on the tab, like the actual tab sticking out the top of the transistor, and then the other lead you put to the first pin, and you can test all three pins. Um, and on continuity, it was showing that it's shorted, so like it tones
So
out when it's not supposed to tone out,
oh, okay.
but it did. So
So you're listening for a tone when you do that, and the tone is signifying that the
it's
transistor is actually dead.
that you're getting full continuity through it when you're not supposed to. Um,
Gotcha.
so it's shorted open, I believe. So now we gotta pull our board.
Let's see. How's everyone in the chat doing? We are live, live, live. I know it's been so long,
It's
yo.
been so
So
long.
sorry.
This
But we've
board
been hanging out with y'all at shows and stuff.
definitely needs to be repinned. I need to redo my connectors too. That's going to be on a different day, but it is just it's a original solenoid driver board.
Has just said they actually answered my question like it was really live. We're just that good.
Yeah.
We're actually from the future. 2,000 years in the future.
So whoever I bought this game from has done some board work on the back. They've done the ground mods. You can see the mods on the back of it.
Oh,
Um, but these are definitely the original header pins. They're all, you can see this kind of browned.
mm,
So both sides, same with, these guys. They're a little, they're old. They're from 1978 or whatever. um,
sure.
so this could either, repin these and then repin or redo the connectors on the board or in the head, get some nice clean power going to all this stuff, and it'll clean it all up. But it works still. But future proofing, they've already done the caps too, so you can see the two
Okay,
new
fair enough.
caps, um, and the ground mods. So they've done that portion. They just didn't get the rest of it done. So we're gonna cruise over to the
Right.
table now.
Okay. Let me
We
cut
got our
over to over there, and I'm gonna go
fancy
AFK.
camera. So Q15 is this guy. We're going to drop some solder on that bad boy. I always like to flow fresh solder on top of it before I try to suck it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the guy. That's the guy right there. Hmm. Drop some fresh stuff on there. Okay, now that we got fresh solder on there, use our little sucker. If it works for me, my sucker's been temperamental.
My sucker's not sucking.
Might have to do the old school way, but we'll try this out. So Rachel from Electric Bat had actually had a video, and then also Neil had taught me this, where you keep your board vertical as opposed to laying down. You use gravity in your favor,
That's awesome.
which is always helpful. Yeah, not sucking.
Not sucking.
Not sucking. So we're gonna have to change it up and go old school sucker.
Careful.
Yeah, I hate these ones. They
When
like
you use those pumps, well, we can see right there, it looks like you're putting a pretty decent amount of pressure, like direct overhead, versus like at a side angle or a
yeah,
slight gap or anything.
I kind of come straight down on it
Mhm.
and get right on top of the iron and then suck it out. But I'm not sure exactly the super proper way. And this sucker is also pretty gnarly.
Because you burnt the tip. Oh, Black Cat Pinball said, remove that bad transistor.
Doing it. Hi, Kyle.
We were gonna call you Kyle. So already our pre-production plans for this episode is kind of coming together.
And
Hello everyone, thanks for joining us.
then very
Yeah, the
gently.
laws of gravity. It's amazing, well, how much gravity is our friend when it comes to repair. Just like when you had taught me doing flipper rebuilds when you're actually doing them on the
Oh yeah.
game to have the game in the lower service position. That way, it kind of just gravity helps. It just everything drops vertically down. It's not this weird like, oh, I dropped the nut and it just played pachinko down my entire
All the
game,
way
and I
down
have
the game.
and
Yeah.
and I didn't hear it clunk at the bottom of the cabinet, so it's
You're just like,
somewhere in
man.
between there. And you're like, there's metal touching metal somewhere, and now I'm gonna spend 30 minutes trying to find it.
Yeah.
Also, being short, that was always very helpful because in full upright service mode, for me trying to do a flipper rebuild, I'm either on a 6 foot ladder or standing literally inside the game.
I think I have a photo of you standing inside of Demo Man or something, rebuilding the
It's
flippers, and I was laughing so hard.
it's actually quite nice and a lot easier on like my back and shoulders that way.
Yeah.
All right, pan over a little bit. Okay, so right now you're on the transistors. Did you just put a new one in, or are you still pulling
Yep.
one out?
Put a new one in.
He's so fast. Did y'all see that? Because I didn't. I think I sneezed.
So, and then now I'm just checking my solder, making sure I'm not use this camera because it's got a light on it.
Oh,
Making sure
okay.
we're not touching
Oh, funny.
anything. So it all looks really close, but let's test it. Grab the meter.
You got happy little pyramids.
I got happy little pyramids.
Let's see what the chat's saying. Sorry, guys, I have to toggle between all these screens. Ground mod and 5 volt mod done, I see.
Yes.
Can you explain the ground mod a little bit now that you're becoming more familiar with it and what's the purpose?
So you got this cap on this side.
Back.
Where are you? Zoom out a little bit.
Zoom out. Too
Yeah. So this
close.
this cap, if you follow it and flip it over, you got the ground mod going from, normally it just sits right here, but this attaches it to the main ground that goes down to the screw. So it just cleans up the ground on it, making it stronger. Same on this side. So there's this other big cap
Wait, I can't see.
right here.
Oh, okay, okay.
And on the back side of that one, on the ground side, it goes to this main ground again. Uh, that just cleans it up. Like it just adds a more
Beefs it up.
solid ground a little bit.
Connection.
And then I think there's one over here too. Yeah, so the test point one is up in here. The backside of test point, or not test point one, excuse me. Test point, yeah, test point one. Second one down. On the backside of it, you can see this other direct um, 5-volt mod. So that's 5-volt coming out of the test point, and you just tie it into the 5-volt line. Uh,
How can you
so
tell on the back of a board what is a ground line or a 5-volt line?
just with the positioning where they are from the coming from the caps and then from this test point. This one right over here is there's a trace underneath it. You see the trace got fried
Uh,
all the way down here. So this is just a new trace that someone had put in. I think there's one on the fuse too. It looks like they jumped the
hey,
fuse
Phil.
as well. But Phil was walking me through doing it. I've done a couple of these now, and it does really clean up the power. Oh yeah, I gotta clip my ants.
You test the 5 volts by licking it like Colin Baxter does.
Yeah,
He's a little.
you know, it's like the same way you test like a 9-volt battery. You just stick your tongue to it, see if it's good.
Don't do it.
Don't do that.
It's kind of fun.
Okay, so we got a new transistor in there. So we're
And
gonna
in
go back.
theory, you pop it back in, and then we're ready to rock and roll, and we're
That's
ready for the tournaments.
that's the theory.
Y'all like that
Here's
pan, right?
how
Technology.
smooth is that pan?
I know. I just hit one button.
We had the auto pan.
Preset. All right. So for those just joining us, we are working on a Bally Blackjack. It's a solid state version. And what was happening was even, or in attract mode, not even starting a game yet, the flippers were live. So they were getting juice to the coils and you could flip them and stuff. So Matthew went into the board where is the suspect reason behind it all and tested the transistor, which was Q15 according to the schematics. Used his multimeter on continuity test to test if the transistor was having continuity. If it does have continuity, that is a signal that that transistor has gone bad. So he had
Yeah, it's just showing
his
path
black
to.
lug on the top of the transistor and his red on one of the little legs of the transistor and trying the different legs to see if it beeps. And if it beeps, showing that it does have continuity, that was his tell that he should try to go ahead and swap that transistor out.
All right, we're doing it. Popping it on. Make sure nothing explodes.
Money shot.
Okay. Flippers are not working in attract mode.
That's good.
So now hopefully they'll work if
Oh,
you turn the game on.
you know that intro song was stuck in my head, constant loop.
Oh, that the little dings.
Yeah. So I was thinking of that one song. I know I should sleep, but the voices in my head go,
Go
and then
ding
it's
ding ding
that
ding
ding ding
ding ding
ding
ding
ding
ding
ding ding
ding.
ding.
Yeah,
So back in business.
I think so. We're gonna let it go through its motions. Uh-oh, I don't have any playfield lights though.
Uh,
I have no inserts. Again, these connectors probably are a
because
fool.
it did just travel cross country.
Connectors are all, I need to redo all of it. Mm-mm. Oh, we got a burnt fuse.
Which one? Oh yeah, yeah, me too.
We got a burnt
Hey, Sean.
fuse.
Some custies. A burnt fuse.
Yeah, my light
That'll
fuse
do it.
blew up. Again, this is another board that I want to replace. Is this freaking smoke
Oh, the
bomb?
rectifier board?
Yeah, it's all
Is that where you're at? Yeah.
funky. It looks a little beat up. 10 amp. Needs a 10 amp.
Yeah. The rectifier boards, the replacement boards, like the PinTech boards, are not that expensive. They're like right around $100, but I feel like that is time and money well spent
Oh
versus
yeah, absolutely.
swapping out the rectifier, the bridge rectifiers, and all the things on it, and repinning that old board. The new ones are just super durable, and
Well, and you have the solderless ones too, which are dope.
I love the solderless ones.
There we go. We got that.
Basically plug and play.
Yeah,
Although
we got.
solderless is sort of, you still should tin your tips. So you are kind of using solder. You don't
Yeah,
have
but
to,
you're
I
not
guess,
having to like,
but right. You're
because
not
like
have to do
this,
little happy little pyramids.
this board sitting sideways, trying to
Right.
like work in this little tight. It's such a pain in the butt.
Oh
But if
no,
you
don't do
can,
that.
but you can like with the solderless version, it's a much easier because you're just screwing it into the sides
Absolutely.
and then you put it back in. So it's a lot easier
I
to.
think it's a short person thing too, but I've been removing that whole rectifier metal panel
Oh, the
to
whole panel.
silver, and then I
Mhm.
just pick it up with the brick and then set it down on my table, and then I can like comfortably do the
Right.
swap. And like I have all eyes on all the color wires and making sure they're going to the right place because it's hard to see on that other side. It sounds good. It looks pretty.
Yeah. So he's gonna
You
get the
got
ball
those
three.
fancy Titan silicone rings making the game look all classy.
It's all
For
pink and
now,
clean
I
for now.
know he's gonna take it off and go back to PRW white so it looks like original. But right now it's so beautiful. You just
Oh
need
yeah,
a
there's gonna
black
be
light on there and it's like glows like you're playing roller disco. It is
sweet. Look at that. We're good to
overjoyed.
go.
Yay! All right.
That's
Any
that.
questions?
So next on the agenda for this guy is gonna be new displays. I got a wonky.
Oh, yeah. Get
I
some
got
pin
some
score displays. Plug and
cancer in
play.
there.
Easy, easy.
So it'll be pin score displays, and then I'm gonna might change out the lights to soft or to the Comet warm, maybe. I don't know. These bright whites look really good with this neon.
Oh my gosh. You can That's actually a really fun Christmas gift. Whew, that gave me major anxiety too. James Hag sent a link to one of Weebly's boards. You can build your own rectifier board. Hold on, I need to. How do I
Whoa,
do
so
this?
it's like a
Like
kit?
that would just be a fun. Yeah, that would just be like a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
Look at my.
Oh
I
my
know you
God.
can't see it, but you guys got the link in there. Look, it's just a beautiful board and all the components.
Oh, that's awesome.
So 35 bucks, you can spend all that time building a board. This might be a great affordable but also result oriented way of practicing soldering. You know, there's like don't
Yeah.
practice solder on your original boards, but it's like there's no real fun like when you're practicing soldering on like other stuff. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like you want the satisfaction of like the completion of the project to see the result. So just kind of practicing pyramids on some arbitrary thing
Right.
is, you don't get that type of I don't know, dopamine hit.
Yeah.
But with this kit, you know, you're gonna it's like building like one of those like 5,000 Lego sets. You just feel so accomplished at the end of it. You're like, look at this beautiful masterpiece thing I did. So that's super rad. Oh, for our technician game show, that would be a great challenge.
Oh, build this rectifier board?
Speed run. And then
Yeah.
the rectifier board has to work.
Yeah.
All right. We might have to get some for Golden State. We're going to try to do our our tech challenge game show this year at Golden State Pinball Festival.
Yeah.
So if you're tech and you're coming to that, please register. Shoot me an email to marcotv at marcopinball.com saying you want to compete in.
All right. I had a couple extra displays over here. I'm going to see if this one works a little better.
Oh, cool. Oh,
Booting. Booting.
oh.
Nice. That one looks way better. Sweet.
Oh
Okay.
yeah,
There we
that's
go. And then I got this one
that.
down here in the bottom left or bottom
It's
right.
like becomes easy on the eyes. It's like it has like the other older ones just had the slight little flicker that you don't notice, but your brain deep down inside notices, and you're like,
Yeah.
and you pop in those new ones. It's just clean.
Well, it's not. Yeah. New old.
Well, new old, better.
This one I can see. Some can't see.
uh,
I don't know if this is gonna.
Less expired plasma. Just kidding. I don't think plasma expires, but it does do some funky stuff over
Does
time.
do some funky stuff over time. Note to everybody watching: definitely make sure that your shit's turned off when you're swapping these displays out.
Yeah.
This is high power
Otherwise,
stuff.
you're gonna be chasing another issue, and
Well, it's yeah, you're gonna be
on the
zapped.
floor, you're gonna be zapped, and then
It's
your
not
game's gonna be
fun.
zapped, and you're both gonna be broken.
Not
That's a
fun.
whole nother PinTech
That's
Live
that stuff.
episode.
That's better. Cool.
Yay!
Sweet. So this one's good to go. We're gonna get this down to the arcade.
Are you gonna pack it
And
all up right now?
I got to go over to Dexter's and drop off. He's running a couple games for his holiday party. So I'm going to go by there, get him all set up, and then come back. And yeah, probably load up this one. I also got 2001 working. So that was a cool little project. It's funny because after doing all the PinTech stuff around the country with you guys and working with Phil a lot and working with Eugene, like all these games that had broke at the arcade in the past and I was too like new and freaked out to try to figure out. we've been pulling those down now because I'm like, oh, I have like more confidence. I've learned so much with all these other
Yeah.
people, and then I have phone calls I can make and be like, hey, like this is where I'm at. Like, can you point me in a direction? And then so it's been really neat to like bring down the stuff that I was like 2001 was one that I was just like, I haven't like the flippers just didn't work anymore. I was like, what happened? And so I just went through it the other day, looked down, was like, oh, there's a wire broken off of this main hub. It was just like
Now
hiding.
it just
And I was
seems so
like,
easy for
so
you,
simple. Yeah.
right?
Where before I looked at it
You
and I
need
was
to
just
level
like,
up. Yeah.
no, like I don't want anything to like this. I can't figure this out. So it's been really cool to kind of go back through and um, get some of the older games that we had broken uh, and figuring out what's up with them. So it's been a really neat journey over the last few years,
Yeah.
learning and
Always
you guys
learning.
always learning. Everyone can you can do this stuff. Like this isn't it isn't rocket science. It's just pinball. So it's
Close.
been fun.
Rocket science.
Yeah. So yeah, it's blackjack is good. So that'll come down to the arcade. I get a probably super band a bunch of these things and re-rubber like the regular rubber down here just to make it a little bouncier. Uh, and probably I have some old orange flipper rubber, so I might put orange on here just for funsies.
Yeah, and when those go bad, you can buy the orange Viking rubber that we
Yeah,
have on our website now. So we
I'm
have
so
all of the
excited.
different colors of the Scandinavian flipper rubber that a lot of operators are starting to lean towards because they have that nice soft durometer, like the old school rubber, like the blues and the greens, but
Yeah, they got it all.
last significantly longer
And
with the
then it
flight time.
was
Super
it
cool.
Alan from
Alan from Wedgehead is
Wedgehead.
who told us about it a couple years ago, and I was like drooling all over his games, like, "What do you have on your flippers, dude?" And
Yeah,
he's like, "Oh, let me show you," and like pulled out a box of like, "Look at this, all the colors." So naturally, we had to get it,
and
and I've been loving
they're
it.
matched to the old colored flipper rubber. So like, you
Right.
know, orange was a different durometer and a different
A little bit
stickiness,
harder than
and like
than the
yeah,
blue.
and the bounciness was a little bit different. Or that's the durometer, and then the like white was another fun one to put on games. Green was a really fun one. Like we put green on our Pirates of the Caribbean, like the Stern Pirates of the Caribbean, and it with lightning flippers, and just the way that as bouncy as they were, and they weren't really sticky at all. So there was like really no control at the bottom. It was really cool to like mess around with that and like being able to like put different colors with different games because of certain reasons and how it played. It was like we had purple on Batman Dark Knight, and for some reason that just made that game like a nightmare. We like to make games
Made the game
tough.
harder. Yeah,
Yeah, we like to
yeah.
make the games harder. You know, it's that's kind of our jam at the arcade because we like to have tournament ready stuff and make it tough on all these top players in California.
Yeah.
You know, we
And then
get
I feel
to
like with super bands, it's like putting sniper rifles on your
right,
flippers.
right.
Like they just stick and you can just shoot. It's not gonna have this like bounce into chaos land
Yeah,
type
they're
of
real
experience.
grippy. So you can like
Hmm.
if you get
And a
your
lot of people like that, especially if you're
yeah,
trying to hit that wizard mode or stuff. Like, give me the
right,
sniper rifle. I'm tired
yeah,
of doing the
yeah.
crane
At
spraying
home, like it
TNT.
makes sense to me. Like if you're looking to go deep into a game, like
Yeah.
yeah, like the even the like the perfect plays too from Titan is the other version because they're just not as bouncy. So you get way more control at the bottom with those rubbers, as
Right.
opposed to
But
like
then
the
you have the
yellow.
silicone blends. Yeah.
Yeah. So as opposed to like the yellow or the red PRWs, which is all we use. We use those two
Soft.
religiously. Um, the red's really fun because it's super grippy. So when you get when you hit a post, like super band post, and that thing's coming back at you, it's got so much spin on it, and you try to like drop catch with the red rubber, and it'll like grab and like you'll see it like spin, stop, and then take off again. It's awesome. Like it's just so much
What
fun.
is there's an adjective y'all use for that.
I,
The,
I can't remember.
that has that weird
It just
chaotic trajectory.
yeah, it just adds chaos.
What
Like
did you guys
really.
call it? You and Carrie had, when you first explained this to me, had a very like solid adjective for
Mm, yeah, I can't remember what it was.
the Phil's pinball is in the chat. Phil, we
So
were gonna we were gonna use our call a friend card
if
to
need be.
get this game working, but we figured it out. Well, Matthew figured it out. I was along for the ride, but now this game's working beautifully. Just to finish up, I wanted to say one more thing on that. The ring rings on your game conversation, because I totally nerd out about
Yeah, yeah.
all the different type of pinball rings that you can put on your games and why. Um, and it all comes down to preference. But what Linz does, Matthew and Carrie and Nikki, when he says they're making their games harder, but still kind of keeping a classic vibe. So they'll actually go in and any posts, uh, stuff like that at the top, those in-lane rollovers or anywhere where it's like, one, hard to get to constantly, and then two, just something that's going to get beat up a lot. As operators, they put super bands on those.
Hmm.
But once they get to the lower side of the playfield, they want the game to play wild and chaotic. They have lots of tournament players that, if you don't make the games harder, you're going to be there for 60 hours for
Right.
one round. So at the bottom, instead of using the super bands or the silicone, they use the PRW like natural rubber. So like the whites on the slings, not black rubber, is harder,
And
closer
yeah,
to like
less
that silicone. So
it's
there's
less
less
bouncy.
play. So they're
Yeah.
using like the stretchiest kind of rubber compound to really, when that ball hits the slings, it's just sending the ball into some uh, unknown land that you can then have to try
Yeah.
to control. And then same with the flipper rubbers, why he's always talking about using the reds or the yellows or the greens. They're super soft, which means they're going to be super bouncy too, and it just adds a new level to the
Yeah,
game.
like on so like
That's kind of
on
their little formula for
blackjack,
using it.
let's say, like these ones in the center on like on either side of the two targets.
We're zooming
Uh,
in.
like these are going to definitely be super bands because you
Right.
miss this shot and you hit this post. That super band is going to absorb that spin and energy, grip the ball, and then throw it back at you with more spin and more velocity. So, like this one is another good one. These two up here is a good one. This is a good one. Because anything that, like, when you fire from the flipper up to here and you're trying to hit a shot and you miss, we want to punish you for missing the shot. So that's where we put super bands on all the hard spots there as well, because it just adds chaos um, coming back at you. And then, yeah, at the top, it's like, these could probably still stay as Titan uh, because I don't necessarily want you to stay up in the pop bumpers. So if this is a bouncier,
Yeah.
you know, super band, it's going to throw it back into the pops a lot. And so it keeps it, I want it to come back down so it's more dangerous. Like anytime it's coming back down to the bottom, like staying up at the top is the safest way to play pinball is keep the ball up high. It's away from the drain, it's away from down low. So I want to get it back down to the bottom as quick as possible on you. And then anything down here where it's a direct shot from the flippers is going to be a super band. So it's really bouncy and comes back at you with force. But then, like you were saying, in the more modern game where you have, like, say, an upper play field and there's rubbers underneath it, like definitely I'd put super bands underneath it just so that way you're not going in there and having to take all this stuff apart or
Pull
put
all the
under the
layers
ramp.
off.
Yeah, you're pretty much going to be good like for a really really long time. I don't know. I've only seen a couple super bands break like ever. And same with like the post sleeves. It's like we had to replace the ones on Tron that we had done years ago just because they were black. Like there was no cleaning the black off of them anymore, but they weren't broken. There weren't holes in it. There was no. They were still solid, post sleeves. And same with the any of the other rings. Like they just last forever. So in the for longevity, I usually
Hey,
for
how's it
that
going?
hard to reach areas, I definitely do supers. But I got to get on the road, I think, and get over to Dexter and get back so I can load up some more games and get to the arcade and do some more fun preparation for next weekend. So we got a lot of cool
Perfect.
stuff coming in.
Awesome. Well, we
And
hope
there's
Seaside Champ goes great for y'all.
thank you.
And
So
we
yeah, if
have
anyone in
our
the
ladies monthly tonight,
oh
so we're gonna
nice,
go get ready for that too.
very good.
Pinball never stops.
Yeah, we just got
So,
a.
do you
We
have
want
any
to pan.
openings left for Seaside Champ?
No, it's sold out.
Oh, okay, cool.
Sold out. And we got like 8 or 9 on the wait list, so that's pretty good. So I got to email everybody, make sure everyone who is signed up is making it and all that good stuff. But more. It's all part of running a tournament.
Yeah.
This is another fun one if you pan that way that we just pulled out of storage. So that's
Oh,
gonna make its
nice.
way down. That's a random weirdo Bally wide body that we'll get down there. Very excited for that. It's Phil's game.
Yeah, we do. All right, well, we're gonna let you go. We're gonna go to
Cool.
the holding screen and then raid someone. We got some
Sweet.
testies in
Thanks
here.
for hanging out, y'all.
Thank you.
We'll
Nice
do
work.
more.
Congrats on getting your game working.
Thank you. I got a good one for Phil and Kyle and Eugene. I have a
Ooh,
jacks to
triple
open,
hidden.
like a Gottlieb jacks to open. So it's like jacks open the EM, but it's when they converted it up to solid state. Um, and that's got all kinds of funky weirdness that I am not familiar with, and hopefully I can get those guys in on the next one to help me diagnose that bad boy because it'd be really fun to
Yeah,
get it flipping. It'd be really
that
fun.
sounds awesome. Let's do
So
it.
let's do it.
Alrighty, yo. We will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.